Hello, everyone. This is Independent Conservative. Thank you all for joining me once again. So, legendary filmmaker, Spike Lee said in an interview on MSNBC the other night that apparently that if Trump gets elected, it's going to be a doomsday. I mean, this is a matter of life and death, he says, I didn't see the interview, but I have a audio clip. Hopefully I'll be able to get you guys can hear it and it'll play well, an audio clip of some of the things he have said basically in this interview. So I know that sounds outrageous for him to say it's going to be a doomsday if Trump gets in office, but let's hear what he has to say and let's analyze this. We got to hear other people's take. Okay, so let's get into this. Okay, yeah, he says that if he's elected, it's going to be a doomsday. This is a matter of life and death. So let's get into this.
He is, to use a word that is often used but not always true, a national icon. Spike Lee joins us from the White House. Thanks for making the time tonight, and congratulations.
Thank you very much, Eric. How's New York doing? I'm down here in D.C. How are we doing up there?
I'm coming to you from Brooklyn, despite the background.
Right.
I'm actually in Brooklyn, and we're doing great. I'm sure people are waiting for you to come back.
The People's Republic of Brooklyn.
Man,
yes, sir.
The program.
The People's Republic. Yes, sir. I have so much to ask you, but first I did want to do the rightful thing and just ask you to reflect. What does this award mean to you? What does it mean to speak here to the nation from the White House?
Well, I found that many of my blessings happened with me not knowing that they were coming. I got an email saying, "Can you be in the White House October 21st?"
Oh, my God.
Something like, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
It's funny because the person that's interviewing him, like, he didn't even get it at first.
Gave me the news, dropped the bombshell. So I was...
what the freak is that?
I was shook.
What?
I was shook.
What were they doing, watching TV?
That I got this award and that I'll be able to share it with my family. We came
you hear that background stuff?
In fact, at the Liberty game last night, wants to do.
Hold on.
But here, where we keep an eye on civil rights and history, and where we're going as a country, I want to remind people just briefly about how this is just a small slice of your work and how it's narrated the civil rights and part of the Black American experience. Let's take a look.
Oh God, come on, man.
What?
Shut up.
And the stuff that he's not being shy. He's saying exactly what he wants to do. If he becomes the next president of the United States. He said that there should be no more elections. I don't know how people could be true Americans and just...
Bro, you off. You don't even know.
With that path will be...
I'm going to tell you what I mean.
A doomsday, I think. And I'm not the only one to say that this possibly could be the most important presidential election in the history of this country. That's how...
Okay, that's all we're going to listen to there. Because he's trying to sound deep and analytical and philosophical and deep like he often does. Look, it's pretty straightforward right up here now. Yeah, but those were the words of legendary filmmaker Spike Lee. And let me say this. This is not about his filmmaking abilities. That's not what I'm making a commentary on. I mean, the man is a great filmmaker. I've seen quite a few of his films. He has a unique style. His films are very good. I personally like his films. I'm not crazy about his films, but I personally like his films. And he's a great filmmaker, okay? And in the 90s, he was one of the most innovative of all the filmmakers out there. Right around the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. So, yeah, he's very a talented filmmaker. However, when it comes to the area of politics, like a lot of these liberal Democrats supporting celebrities, they don't know what the blankety blank they're talking about, okay? First of all, he made the accusation that Trump said that there will be no more elections, okay? Anybody with sense knows Trump did not say, when I get in office, there's not going to be any more elections. How dumb do you have to be to believe that? I believe I know exactly what he's talking about. What Trump was saying, if this is what Spike Lee is quoting, was saying that if we continue in the path that we are continuing in, particularly when the Democrats weaponize the weaponize law enforcement and weaponize the government against him, that if we continue in this path, there will be no more elections. Clearly, the Democrats have used certain things against Trump to put all these kind of so-called felonies on him to try to stop him from becoming the president. Anybody with a brain and eyes can see that that's what's going on. They were simply trying to stop the man from becoming the president, and it didn't work. More people are voting for him now than they ever did. So what he was saying was, and I believe this is what Spike Lee is getting this from, but Spike Lee is clearly taking this out of context, like liberals always do, like the Democrats always do, okay, is, well, there's not going to be any more elections, as if to say that when Trump gets in office, he's going to stop all elections. How could anyone even remotely believe something? See, there's a great difference between conservative news sites and liberal news sites. And just about every liberal news site, they completely twist everything on its head. No wonder people are so dumbed down. No wonder people are so ignorant of what's going on. Because they're being plastered by news sources that take what Trump says completely out of context. They did it with January 6th. How many times have Trump had to defend himself against the January 6th debacle where they accuse him of inciting violence? That's BS. He never said that. I heard exactly what he said in full context. He said, go peacefully. The last I checked, if you're saying go peacefully, the last I checked, and from my understanding, okay, and I may not be the brightest person on the block, but from my understanding, that means don't cause a riot. Don't do something crazy. Go peacefully. I don't know what else. I don't know how else to analyze that. But the mainstream media clips that portion out. They edit that type of stuff out and spin it as if he said go and call in order to cause a riot. People fail to understand. The mainstream media, they have cameras, people. They got cameras, okay? And these cameras, once they finish filming, once the finish filming, they go and they edit stuff out. And they put stuff in that they want to put in, or they leave stuff in that they want to leave in. And then the reporters and journalists spin it in the way that they're told to spin it. And that's why people perceive it the way they perceive it. They're being brainwashed. They're being manipulated by the mainstream leftist liberal media. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is real. And people like Spike Lee is nothing more, in my opinion, than another victim of this delusion that he's living in. Either he's being paid money to do this, or he's just ignorant of what the mainstream media is spinning to him. Because Trump did not say that. What Trump was saying is that if we continue, if the Democrats, these communist Democrats, okay, because most of them are just either communists or communist sympathizers, if they continue to do what they're doing with people like Trump, okay, there will be no more elections in that sense. It won't be any more fair elections. That's what he was talking about. He wasn't talking about if I get in office, I'm going to stop all elections. Man, and people, see, it's people like this. See, the Democrats, they don't have nothing else to work off of. The only thing they have right now is fear and lies, because they don't have anything else in terms of policies and true demonstrating true care and understanding for the American people. They don't have nothing else. So they have to work off of lies. They have to work off of real misinformation. And it's crazy about the mainstream liberal media and the Democrats, because they'll say the conservatives are filled with all this misinformation, giving all this misinformation, and the media is filled with misinformation and lies and misinformation, when they're doing the very thing that they accuse conservatives and Republicans of doing. No wonder people are confused, because they're like, well, man, Joy Reid was saying that the conservatives and Trump is misleading people and giving misinformation. Well, how in the HELL will you know that if you never take the time to watch or listen to a conservative news source from the conservative news source itself, rather than hearing it from a liberal loon like Joy Reid trying to express to you what conservatives and Republicans are really saying? They're never going to tell you the truth. They're going to spin it and lie it like they've been doing, lie about it like these people have been doing for decades. The people that live in a matrix are the people that watching the mainstream media. They got, or put it like this, they got one foot in the matrix and another foot in the real world, but they don't know which one to pick. They don't know where to go. One foot in the matrix of the mainstream liberal media and one foot out in the real world. And they don't know what direction to go because they're being pulled left and right, left and right. People like Spike Lee, great as a filmmaker he is, needs to shut their mouth when it comes to politics. Really, because bro, you are speaking out of the cesspool of your ignorance. Okay, I admire you as a filmmaker, but you need to button them lips when it comes to Trump and the rest of and politics, because what you just said was a straight out lie. Now Now this is an article I read from you, and this is an audio clip from an article from Breitbart News, so that's only a small portion of what he had to say. Okay, so of course I'm not going to give you the whole interview, and I don't know how long the interview was and don't care to know because I already get the gist of what he's talking about. If you lying right there, you're going to be lying about something else. So why do I need to hear the rest of it? I don't have the stomach for it anyway. You just lying, period. Liars lie. It is what it is. So no. It's not going to be the end of elections, brother Spike Lee. If Trump gets in office, he's not going to stop the elections. First of all, these Democrats are lying pieces of trash, man. I'm just going to be real with you. These people are delusional. First of all, if he gets in office, if he did desire to do such a thing, he could not do it. You have to go through Congress to do that. And that certainly is not going to happen. That's why the founders of the country created a system of checks and balances. You got Congress and you got this system, and all of these type of things are designed to keep one particular person or one particular party from taking complete control over the whole system, and it eventually morphing into a dictatorship, like in Russia and Cuba and all the rest. That's why it was designed that way. That's why if somebody who wants to be a dictator in this country and wants to be a dictator, they just can't get up there and like Statler and the rest of them get up there and say, this is law and nobody else. This is what I say, and you got to submit to it. If you don't submit to it, you're going to jail or you. Okay. And yes, Trump is authoritarian. Yes, he's a strong person who stands on what he believes and he speaks with authority. But standing on what you believe and speaking with authority doesn't mean you want to become a dictator. That's one of the dumbest things in the world to even think. You're just a strong person and a strong individual who has principles that you're willing to stand on no matter what. That's what I interpret that as. I don't interpret that as Trump being the next Hitler. That's some of the dumbest things. And this is what makes people go crazy and want to try to delete the man, because their minds is constantly being pumped with this idea that he's going to be the next Hitler. All lies, and it needs to stop. And people like Spike Lee, go back to making movies, man. Go back to making movies and keep your mouth shut, because the Democrats are just desperate right now. They desperate. They hiring all these celebrities, say this and say that and say this and say that. And it's crazy because while the Democrats are trying to hire all these celebrities, and one particular news source I was hearing about was they were talking about they were having an interview with I forget what politician it was. They were talking about getting not Taylor Swift. No, it was Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift, this guy, I forget his name. He was a liberal nutbag, okay, Democrat. Talking about he knows what would get people to vote for Kamala Harris. And I close it. If Taylor Swift, I think he said Taylor Swift, if she would do a concert, it would get people to come. I mean, the Democrats are desperate. Okay, so the answer is to get more people to vote for Kamala Harris. The answer, okay, is for Taylor Swift to do a concert. To do a concert and you get so basically appeal to their emotions, because don't appeal to their brain. Don't appeal to that, because if you appeal to their brain, they're probably not going to vote for Kamala Harris. But if you appeal to their emotions, they will. It's the Democrats, they don't have nothing else. So they got to hire all of these celebrities, these liberal left-leaning celebrities that don't know nothing, to do concerts and yip and yap by people like Spike Lee about how you shouldn't vote for Trump and you should vote for Kamala Harris because she's the woman, she's it. Man, oh man, poor, oh my God, Lord, please. Jesus. I know we all have, I respect all people's opinions. I do. I respect all people's opinions. And everybody has a difference of opinion, but come on, some of this stuff is just ridiculous. Some of it is just ridiculous. I mean, come on. It's hard to have a real strong opinion when you only have a one-track mind. When you only have one source of information giving you one stream of a narrative. And you don't hear from the perspective of others giving you other information that may challenge what you're being told. How could you have a valid opinion when you don't know all the other opinions from the mouths of those who have those opinions? I'm just saying, Spike Lee, go back to make another movie, man. Make another movie. You know, make a Do the Right Thing Part 2, Part Do Us, like they did a Joker Part 2. What was it now? It's Joker Part Do Us or whatever that French word. I don't speak French, but whatever. Y'all know what I'm doing. Man, do that. Do it. Make it a music. Make it, and I think Do the Right Thing was kind of like, was it? No, that was this other movie that was a musical. School Days was a musical. But make another Do the Right Thing and make it a musical. Spend your time like they did with Joker 2. Spend your time making a movie, another Do the Right Thing movie, Part 2, and make it a musical. See how that turns out. All your focus and attention and your woke mentality will be poured into that movie. And we won't have to hear you yipping and yapping, looking and sounding like a fool. But anyway, yeah. What do you guys think about the information you did hear from Spike Lee? Okay. Do you think that when Trump gets in office, he's going to end all elections? I don't think so. In fact, I know he's not going to do that. Stop twisting the man's words. Yeah. What do you think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you all. See you again.